Welcome to the PSNORKIS podcast, a show with real topics discussed by real people with real opinions and tempered with a real sense of humour. Now here are your two PSNORKISers. Or is it PSNORKI? Screw it. Here are your hosts, Dr. Mike and the Madman.
Oh, a microphony.
And a phony at the mic.
Yeah.
Oh!
Hey, good day there, and welcome to the PSNORKIS. Hope you like it, hoser. Okay, no, I had to do that. See, yesterday afternoon I spent about an hour and a half on a phone call for some technical support from Pratt & Whitney up in Canada, and this guy, he just sounded so much like that, I needed to like blow off some steam with that. He was a typical Canadian. Oh, how's it going down there, eh? I'm like, it's going good. How about up there? Oh, man, it's just beauty up here. I'm like, oh, my God, I want to reach through the phone and slap the crap out of you. Anyway, I feel better now. I got that off my chest. Whew. Yeah. No, never mind. Anyway, easy over there. We'll get to you. It's the Madman. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the PSNORKIS. Great to talk to you guys. It has been a couple of weeks, and we are back. And we're going to broach a lot of issues today. The one we did a couple weeks ago I thought might get a bit heavy, but it turns out everybody liked the way we handled. That's good. And today we probably have another one that could also be one of those slightly more controversial ones. And you know, I don't want to do it right now. We'll get to that sometime later on during the show. And I'll give you a hint. It starts with G. That's right, gas prices. Damn it. I went to fill my car yesterday, as a matter of fact, on the way home at $4.81 a gallon. $74. $74 to fill the tank. I'm like, are you kidding me? That ass monkey in the White House is killing this country one tank at a time. And this is ridiculous, dude. I can't handle that. But anyway, we'll get to that too. Let's get the rest of everybody on board. We have the full complement of the Council of Six of the High PSNORKIS, and with it is my good buddy Doc.
We're not all high PSNORKIS.
The High Council.
Oh, okay.
Not the council who is high.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Although these watermelon things that Rebel made for us back there behind are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Free teeny weeny martinis.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say. Yeah.
Of course, we have my beautiful wife, Petey. Hello, my dear.
Hey, how are you?
Our resident socialite, Miss Kitty.
Dzień dobry, my darlings.
Our resident relationship expert, Rebel.
Greetings and salutations, baby. Buckle up. Helmets on, honeys. Helmets on.
Oh, my goodness.
The ride's about to be a bit bumpy and rough.
Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. What's that from? Anybody?
Harry Potter.
That's right. Which we're going to get
Night
to that
bus.
pretty soon, too.
Yay.
We're going to talk about our trip a
I want
couple
to hear
weeks
about that.
weeks ago. Yes.
Yeah.
And our resident troublemaker,
Troublemaker.
the Rocket.
What? Trouble?
Well, yeah. Maybe.
I'm so glad I got dating expert rather than troublemaker, because everywhere else I've been the troublemaker.
Yeah.
So I would appreciate not being it on this show. So Rocket, I'm glad you're taking that torch
I'll
up
tell
for
you,
me.
but your dating advice is just wonderful.
You know,
People
it's
seem to
actually
love that.
realistic.
Hell, I know,
It's
that's why
actually
people
realistic.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think I handle myself in a way that, shows
Don't get
the
locked up.
No, that's an
Yeah,
option
yeah,
every day.
Yeah.
There's times where I text Evan and I'm like, listen, real quick, if I call you, I'm going to need you to pick up, because it's been one of those kinds of days. And he'll message me the same thing too. But like I handle my dating life with a certain degree of integrity. Like I only go out with guys who I'm genuinely interested in. I talk to people and I come at them honestly. I'm very forthright. I'm very, open. I don't do mixed signals. I don't do stuff like that. I don't play games. Well, I do play games, but everybody likes them.
Yeah.
Everybody likes them.
Some people
they
pay
have
for
a good
those
time.
games. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
They buy me expensive drinks and expensive dinners, and they're like, please mess with my mind. And I'm like, I was going to anyway.
I like the Arabic approach to dating.
Oh, what's that?
They pick their dates and eat them.
They can come find me today.
All downhill from here.
And it's on.
I mean, if they're looking for a dominatrix, they can just come over and fold towels and I'll insult them.
There you go.
Yeah, they can mess with my fitted and my flat sheet, and I'll yell at them all day.
That's right. Do you know, you want to talk about like your background? It is said that those who can efficiently fold fitted sheets are witches.
I've been accused of being a witch for less.
Oh, honey, I can fold a fitted sheet like nobody's
Yep.
business.
Lord, you need to teach me because I
It's
try
so
so
easy.
It's all
hard.
about the
and it's-
pockets, baby. And
Yes,
you should know about the
pockets.
pockets. You've been playing with them for years.
No, that's pocket pool. That's something totally
Oh my
different.
lord!
And so it begins.
They call it a different
Did it
pocket
ever
something
end?
when a woman does it.
Well, no, what really sucks is I usually end up losing. How the hell does that happen? And no, it's not the away games.
It's not the away games.
You know, my father used to say it's all over but the screaming.
Oh my goodness. You okay over there? Well, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
It's
We
good
are
to
in
be
our
back.
usual zone.
Yeah,
As, you know,
here we are.
we're ourselves again, for better and for worse.
And
Preferably
I just want
both.
our listening audience to know that the pineapple is on the right side up of this table.
Yes, we actually
Right
have a
now.
pineapple sitting here on the table because, well, we were shopping today and we actually needed one for something. So I said, honey, got to put it down the table
Yeah,
just
it's good.
because.
We knew what you meant right away.
But did you guys get the text message, the text picture I sent you guys when we were down at Universal a couple weeks ago?
You know what? I
there
think
was
I
this
did.
like
Yeah.
pineapple cart thing. Ever
I
since you
didn't get
talked
that.
about that pineapple thing, we
Pineapples are everywhere.
they were
Really?
everywhere, man.
Really?
We've
Shit, I
become,
hate when that
see that,
happens.
no.
we have become like hyper aware of pineapples
pineapples?
ever since you told us that. And we were down there like,
Pineapple
I got to send this picture to the guys.
Yeah, we were
It was-
laughing.
oh my God,
People
it
are
was
looking at
hilarious.
us like we're insane.
Yeah. They're like, what? It's
A whole
just a
pineapple
pineapple.
cart.
I'm like, you don't get it.
Yeah.
It's
No.
not, apparently, it's
know,
not just
just
a
inside joke.
pineapple.
I personally think if you were going to do swinging,
Yeah.
that it'd be bananas, not pineapples.
Right.
You're right. I mean, you know,
Not everybody likes bananas, I guess.
clearly.
Potassium is important. They
Oh,
should
yeah.
really get it
Yeah.
together.
Yes, but the
Go ahead.
most,
Have that vitamin
No,
K.
go ahead.
but the biggest swingers in the world love bananas.
I also like salad.
But they make lousy presidents.
Salad.
I'll just have a salad.
Salad.
I'll just have a salad.
Oh my
Just
God.
salad.
Speaking of
Salad?
swingers and all that
Oh.
kind of stuff. No. I've had so many people on dating apps approach me looking for what's apparently called a unicorn, which is what they call when a female joins their couple. And what I've noticed about that is it's very interesting. The woman is always very attractive, and the man looks like something I drew with my left hand during an earthquake. Every time. And it's always the woman approaching me like, oh, would you be interested in having a threesome with me and my man? And I know I'm going to come on the show and I know I'm going to talk about it. And I'm like, I don't know,
hell
send me
yeah.
a pic.
Please
Send me a
do.
pic of him.
I mean-
and he looks like something. And I'm like, is this a person or a pile of dog shit? I cannot tell.
It's not realistic anyway. How many men you know that can handle more than one woman?
Not many.
I don't know any.
What?
Most of them can't handle the one that they've got, let alone add an extra.
I am never
I had that
not.
happen.
What is that?
I had that
A finger
happen.
gesture.
I had that happen once, and I did okay.
Yeah,
was
okay,
a
by
very long
I'm so
time
I was going to
ago.
say it's.
I'm so
It was a very
intrigued.
long time ago.
I was going to say okay.
You know this. Everybody
I
knows
don't
that.
know this.
Everybody
Okay,
knows
by
that.
your
Great
standards,
festival.
by your
I
standards, it was okay. I'd like
not.
to talk to the women involved.
Oh my God.
I do not know the story.
I do.
would love
I've
to hear the
never
story.
seen
Well,
you
one
look
day
more
you will.
interested in
I've never-
something than
I
you do right
did
now.
not expect
Doc
that
is fully
It
awake
was
now.
so
That-
long ago.
That was from left field. Ooh.
Not you, because you are
What?
beautifully young.
Thank you.
Yes.
But you and you.
Yes.
What?
How many times have you been in bed with a man and you faked that you got what you needed out of the deal? Yeah.
many times.
Yeah. Hello. My hand's a better companion.
See, when I started coming into
Duracell's a better
age,
companion.
when I started coming into age, I had an iPhone, and they even had the emojis thing, I think, back then. So I would send them on a scale of 1 to 10 how they were rated.
Sound like dick pic ratings.
Not even that.
Sounds like your sister.
Overall performance ratings.
Performance rate.
You're
Yeah.
a 2.
No.
I would send them a number, and then I would either say,
Would you
you may call me again, or you may never call me again.
Use
Here's
my
your-
number.
Here's your
Yes.
rating.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Was there a deficit on any of that?
I know if
You're a
you
-4.
Yes. I once upon a time was mistakenly married to somebody who received minus grades often.
Yeah,
Same.
Yeah.
or worse, kiss like a dead fish.
Yeah.
Or kiss like
That's
with all the
nasty,
enthusiasm of a Saint Bernard. Like, do it.
I don't need my
For the
face
love of God,
washed.
stop. Who taught you that this was okay? Why didn't someone slap you years ago? Now I gotta do it, and you're gonna think I'm doing something kinky. Meanwhile, I'm just trying not to lose the rest of my makeup.
Yeah.
You learn so much at this table. You know?
But do you really want to know
just-
any of it? That's the real question.
I mean-
and I think sometimes the answer is no, but it's too bad you've already turned into the show.
You can't
There's no
unhear
escaping
it.
here.
Yeah, you can't unhear it. Nope. Can't unlearn this.
I was sitting at a place we usually saw the herd stampede out.
Indeed.
And this gentleman, who I don't particularly care for, I don't find him attractive.
Why did you waste that term on him?
Because,
Gentleman.
well,
This thing at
She's
the bar.
being polite.
I'm trying to be polite. I was sitting there, and he came over and he licked me on the side of my head. I
Oh,
remember
yes. I do too.
barf.
And I poured his drink on him, and I said, "You need to cool off." And he's like telling the bartender that they need to throw me out, and she's like, "I would never do that." I'm like,
So disgusting.
gross.
I'm like out in my
I'm
car
so
with the
sorry.
bleach wipes.
I'm thinking I need a shirt that says "Tongue by invitation only."
You'd be surprised how many men would take that shirt to mean that's the invitation.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they're stupid. You can't help that.
They the McRib, man. A lukewarm McRib. Not even McDonald's best sandwich. Not even the dependability of an apple pie. Nope.
Oh, no, they're too hot.
Yeah. It's, like,
Why
Burn
not
your
wait for
dick.
that to be lukewarm too? Shit. Wait for one thing, wait for the other. If it's
my.
not as warm as you like, you microwave it. It's what they do at McDonald's anyway.
It's all downhill from here, girls.
Right?
I don't even see the hill anymore. So,
We're already in the gutter.
Yeah.
Pennywise just walked past me.
Jeez.
No
Well,
gutters.
float
We're on
down
the
here,
curb.
George.
We're waiting for a
Or a
ride.
Jeez. Well, we have lots to get to.
We do.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear some more Rebel stories for
Oh,
sure
God.
for dating. I know there's a couple in the tank there.
Yeah.
I want to hear about your trip. I want to hear about so many things. Where do we start?
Tell me a story.
Well, first of all, it is Memorial Day weekend.
Yes,
it is.
let's start there.
All right,
Okay.
so let's start there. And, you know, we have to thank everybody for their service and for making the ultimate sacrifice to give us the freedoms that we currently enjoy. For how much longer, we don't know, unfortunately,
sure
but that's
about that.
besides the point. But thank you very much for that. So,
Absolutely.
I think I'm going to write a ditty about a puppet in the White House.
puppet, I like
Sounds
that.
like a good thing for a show.
Oh,
Not bad.
You'll share it on here.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
We're
yeah.
all looking around
Yeah.
like, okay, who's
Okay.
going to say it next? Or who's going
A ditty with Kitty about the puppet in a White House. Yes, yes.
We're all scared to jump on this train.
What did I just say?
We're going to end up getting there by
Yeah.
the end of this particular show
Yeah.
anyway.
Let's have
I'm
some
telling
fun
you that
first.
right now, but
Yeah.
let's have some fun. That's
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of where I'm going with
Yeah.
that. Let's have some, like we did on the last time we covered
Yeah,
a
yeah,
heavier
yeah.
subject. Let's have some fun first and
Love
just
fun.
kind of ease into it.
All right.
we'll
So
assault
speaking
you.
of fun, we'll talk about the 5'2" alpha. So
Is there an update? Update?
there is.
Yay.
It's not a
Yay.
particularly fun update because I
for
recognize
him, I'm
that
sure.
well, no, definitely not for him. Are you kidding me? Ew. I'm not responsible for him having a good time. If that's between him and his personal God.
And
Anyway.
or his hand.
Oh, jeez.
5-finger discount.
Oy.
A
But
little strange.
So wait, so you're still talking to the
no,
alpha? Oh,
no,
okay.
no. I stopped talking to him because he told me initially that he had to cancel our date, which was fine because I already have
Yeah.
tired of him. He just wasn't. If you're gonna say to me, "I'm an alpha," you need to behave like an alpha,
be
and
an
if you're
alpha,
not, you are a joke.
Faker.
Yeah.
So he had messaged me like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have to cancel our date at like 6 something in the morning, Friday morning. My sister got into a car accident last night." So I was like, "Okay, that's not a problem. Stuff happens. Like I canceled the date. I wound up rescheduling it because a house that was across the street from me, a couple houses down, was on fire.
Wow.
It took out 2 other houses.
Wow.
I
And
I remember
like,
that. That was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and I was
Oh,
like, you know
wow.
what? No, I'm not leaving because if I have to evacuate these cats and my kid, like, I need to be
you
here.
do.
I don't care about meeting you, random man. Like, you can go directly to hell. You'll probably go there shortly anyway. So it's really only a matter of time until I lose interest with that one. He lasted 1 date.
I was going to say, I love your faith in mankind.
Right.
They are, for the most part, predictably disappointing and boring. In fact, there's only romantically one man that I actually like currently, but he's the exception, not the rule. Not you, but somebody else who's also the exception, who behaves like an actual person. Anyway, getting back to the alpha. Then he messaged me and said, oh, well, she had a heart attack. And I'm like, well, which is it?
Caught.
Which is it? Yeah, he's
Caught.
first off, if you're gonna lie to me, like I read psychology and law books at night for fun. Thank you, Mom.
Keep
welcome, dear.
I get that
Keep
from you.
track of your bullshit.
Like at least be good at lying, because here's the thing about me is if you lie to me and it's really good and it's funny, I'm not gonna be mad. If you make me, the rule in my house is if you make us laugh,
Yeah, it's
me and
good.
my kid,
Pass.
we can't be
Yeah,
mad
yeah,
because we already laughed. It's too late.
Maybe she had
You
medical
co-signed it.
complications and actually had a heart attack.
Yeah. Well, that's what I even asked him too, because I was like trying to entertain myself with him, and I'm like, dude, you're bad at lying. Like, let me teach you how to be good at it. You're 5'2". You need to have one skill. All right, you need to pick a damn struggle. You can't be short, ugly, and boring. Okay.
Flathead, hold your beer.
Oh, he's a side table.
He's not even a side table.
He's not a side dish. He's not a side table.
He's something you eat in the parking lot of a Taco Bell at 2 a.m.
I don't eat at Taco Bell.
Exactly.
And shame.
Run for the bathroom.
Yeah. So I tried talking to him a couple times just to see. He's like, oh, well, she had this and she had that. And it was obvious that he was just lying. And I was like, you know what? You're boring. So I flat out told him, I'm like, listen, the energy that you're giving out isn't something that I respect or can meet with my femininity. So unfortunately, you're just not a man enough to be in my life. And then I blocked him on everything.
Why would you want to date somebody that's 5'2" anyway?
I don't care if they're honestly a good person and they're interesting and they're fun and the chemistry is organic. I do not care that much about height.
That's why they make booster seats.
Laying down, are we not the same height?
Pretty much.
Who?
Me and somebody who's 5'2".
Well, no, not you. Not you, Doc. Not you.
What are we talking
No,
about?
no, 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 no.
That's the
No,
damn
father.
road.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it. Why are you talking to me like that?
But I'm willing to be open to people who are shorter than me. A lot of men are shorter than me. I'm 6 foot.
Yeah.
And I wear heels. So, like, a lot of men are normally shorter than me.
All I keep thinking about is that freaking Randy Newman song.
Short people.
Short people,
That was
yeah.
back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Short people guy.
I mean, it's okay if you put them in a hobbit ball and carry them in your pocketbook.
Looking at you, Doc. Looking at you.
The
Oh,
face.
Doc, I'd carry you in my
face.
pocketbook.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Thank
It
you.
was a great night
That
at
was good.
Titanic.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
Oh, that was such a fun night.
That was
I
a
love
great night,
that.
yeah. That was a good night.
Yay.
We had some good times down
We
there.
had some
Oh, we
great
had some
times.
freaking great
Yeah.
times down there.
The
Actually.
thing
should
I'll
own a
always
bar.
hold dear is the thing I'll always hold dear is the one night where we did that like 80s throwback and we all got on the dance floor and danced to 80s songs. Like that was so great.
Remember the
That's
one
a
we had
core
the full
memory for
ladies
me.
night where it's like, all right, wear your best 80s attire, and,
Yeah.
and that was just that was a
Like
lot
I
of
have
fun.
so many
Yeah, you
great
back of my
core
closet.
memories from that.
Yeah. Yeah, good times.
But I don't
Thinking
care.
about it.
Like if he has a personality, if he's able to kind of keep up with me, if he's intelligent, like I can deal with somebody who's shorter than me. But you can't be short, ugly, and stupid. You have to pick a damn struggle, man. You got to choose one. You
Yeah.
can't reach in the hat and grab all of them.
And it's
Short,
mild-
ugly, and stupid is pretty much, and it goes for male or female. It's pretty much a trifecta of forget it.
No, some men
Yeah.
really like short women.
Well,
Mm,
That's true for sure.
Yeah.
Men like
Yeah,
short
So
women.
that explains
absolutely.
midget porn.
Well,
Yeah,
not
it
that
does.
short. Not that short.
I don't
Yeah,
know
it
if that
does.
explains anything.
Yeah.
I think that just raises some more questions. It doesn't raise them very high,
Yeah.
but it's definitely
Only 4'11",
Only about
but
3
hey.
feet.
But there's
Oh.
midget porn and you see like a Garanimals tag and you're
How
like,
did we get
what?
here? How did we get to midget porn?
All I keep thinking is,
Oh, jeez.
they want to reach it, but they're jumping. The trampoline isn't big enough.
I told you before, there's pros to dating shorter men. If they're nose to nose, their toes are in it. If they're toes to toes, their nose is in it. It's wonderful.
Oh, my
They actually have to have a personality. I can only date someone who's stupid and boring if they're like ridiculously hot, and I've yet to meet somebody who met that criteria.
Oh, I've met Adonis.
Really?
Nothing upstairs, Absolutely fantastic to look at.
Lights are on, nobody's home.
The wheel is spinning, but there are no hamsters.
Scary.
It was a lovely evening. You know, I used it to my advantage, but oh no.
It's the 50-year-old guy dating the 25-year-old. And
Nothing wrong with
my
that.
response
We're
is
talking about
always,
Johnny Depp now.
Yeah.
but my response is always, when you roll her out of bed, what is there left? Because you're
Wet
25
sparts.
years apart.
Yeah.
And intellectually, you are
Yeah,
not
not
in the
there.
same
Yeah, yeah.
space.
No, not
So
even
what are you
close.
doing? You can't have a meaningful conversation with somebody. So after the hoorah, what's left?
I don't really agree with that. I've dated significantly older men, and I like the intelligence factor.
But you're
But now we're playing the other direction.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a 50-year-old woman and a 25-year-old guy. A
No
50-year-old
one's
woman.
dating a 25-year-old guy for intelligence.
No.
Absolutely no
none.
one.
It's
No
all
one's
about
looking-
the pushka stoy.
No one's dating a 25-year-old guy going, oh, he's really smart. He's not.
Put your back into it.
Him and McRib have gotten down, man.
Round 3. Ding, ding.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's all about that.
I mean, as a woman in my 30s, I can definitely relate to that.
But as
Yes.
a woman in your 30s, if you were dating somebody 20 years older than you, you would be absolutely enamored if you came across somebody that was both physically fit, because intellectually they would meet you.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
reality.
I've met people like that, and they are just wildly attractive. Wildly attractive.
Because they
Crawl
c-
up a wall hot.
Because they're not only they're generally, men go silver gray and they look attractive.
Not always.
Some of
A
them.
good bunch of them.
Some of
A
them.
good
lot
bunch of
do.
them
If they
get
take
silver
care of
around the
themselves.
edges, and they're attractive.
I think
And
that
then
the
they're
You're
person-
smart
welcome.
because they've lived. Because they've lived and they've got some life experience, and they know they know their way around the situation.
Yeah. It's some men.
My 20-year-old plus partner from 20 years ago recently passed away, like within the last month.
Yeah.
The best person I have ever come across. Met me physically, mentally, emotionally, knew who I was, knew what I needed, knew how to take care of things without making me feel inadequate.
Yeah.
And I was not attracted to him to start off with. I thought, 20 years older than me, you know. But as time progressed and he showed me he could be my friend and he could help me get my life back on track after a very, very horrible time. I was grateful, very grateful. And he taught me how to love myself. And he made me take care of me. He made me look at me, see me, understand me, sent me to therapy, paid for my sessions because I was in such a spot that I couldn't even afford to help myself. I'm so grateful. Probably the best thing that ever happened to me because he knew what I needed before I asked for it,
Yeah.
which was phenomenal. I'd never had that. Somebody that kind of got it. But he had 20 years on me. So yeah, he got it. Pretty interesting journey. Pretty interesting journey. Definitely worth the ride.
Yeah. There's so many puns.
I know.
She was
We
actually
all
being
just
serious
stop
there,
there.
so I'm just like, I'm biting the tongue over here, you know.
Well, that's the other thing. 20 years older than me, and he'd already been through all that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Yeah.
about what I could do for him. It was about what he could do to make me tick.
Yeah.
That was another thing. It was like, oh my God, you mean this is about me? He's like, yeah, this is all about you. I'm like, holy shit.
Man, I can't tell you how many stupid men that, you know, they think that whole activity is only about them. Even if they're doing something that's technically for you, it is about them. And it's like, man, if I'm giving you directions and you're not taking directions, you can drive yourself the hell home.
I could tell
like,
you,
good God.
20 years older than me needed no direction. He figured it all out. And then he showed me what I'd been missing.
Well.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But unfortunately died from complications of Alzheimer's.
Gosh, that's a shame.
It is
That's
a
a shame.
shame.
Sorry.
Very sad. Very sad. But it was a great
It's a
trip.
good ride, right?
Good trip around the sun.
Yeah.
Good trip around the sun.
Nice.
Was a really good time. And when it was done and over with, and it's funny, I just cleaned out dresser drawers and came across the letter, the goodbye letter, because I had decided that after a long time to go back to my alcoholic husband, and he thanked me.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Thanked me for the time
good times,
and
right?
the energy and
Yeah, that's awesome.
helping me to help me find myself, and such an appreciation. He viewed it as a gift.
Yeah.
See, that's the sign of a truly mature man.
You won't get that
Yeah.
from 25.
Yeah.
No, absolutely
No.
not.
Even when I met my first ex-husband when he was 25, we had divorced after 10 years. He has never had anything other than resentment for me, and I gave up so many pieces of my life. I wanted to go in the Navy. I gave up that. I wanted to wait before becoming a mom. I gave up that. Became a mom real early. I had given up so many different pieces of my life for him, and he has at no point shown me anything other than overwhelming resentment.
Well, it's funny. When I'm in the car, he shows you overwhelming fear.
I like that. So I take you everywhere. He's constantly afraid. It's good for him.
He comes around the corner, sees me, and backs
Walks
the hell up.
Yeah,
Some
goes the
people
other
need
way.
that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, that's
fantastic.
awesome.
That's called a guilty conscience.
Because he knows.
like,
Everyone
come over
knows
here.
what he did. Everyone knows. Because I'm done keeping secrets for the people who hurt me. It's not my job to protect their reputation. If they wanted to be
No,
known a
I
little bit
agree with
better,
that.
Yep,
they should have behaved better. Because the thing is I'm the most loyal damn person to the end of the earth. But once you've crossed me so many times, I'm done. And when I'm done, I am done.
As my father would say, it all comes out in the wash. Mm-hmm. So what you do, it does. It rises to the surface, and everybody sees it for what it is. Mm-hmm. So you can try to keep secrets, but it doesn't really work.
Oh, yeah. My son has already caught him in a number of lies.
Well, your son will be infinitely more intelligent than he is.
He already is.
Already is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I think.
been that way for a while. Yeah. It's always been a problem that he's had with his dad. Like the main thing interfering with him having continued relationship with his father when he's an adult is the fact that his father is not nearly as intelligent as he is.
Well, they say intelligence is something they get from their mothers. So
That is absolutely
Oh,
my
I
kid.
hope that's not true.
I think in your case it's the exception.
Well,
not
you're
the
the
rule.
guy. I hope that's not true. Also,
I think in your case that you're the exception again, not the rule.
yeah, I really.
you do have to wonder how much of it is genetic,
Yeah.
and how much of it is what you foster. You know, and I think if you're lucky enough to have your children exposed to both, then you end up with really amazing human beings. I also read an article somewhere, I don't know if anybody else read this article, about how paramount it is for your children to have access to their grandparents, about how beneficial interaction with an older role model, somebody that's 20 years your senior, 18 years your senior, the difference in how we view life and the level where we're at and levels of responsibility.
I haven't read that, but I can see
Yeah,
that
I can
I
argument.
can see the
Yeah.
importance of that. For
I
sure.
can see that. I did not have that luxury. I had none.
You ever read
All of mine were gone. Well, 3 out of the 4 of mine were gone before I was born, and the last one only lasted a little over a year after I was born. So
there used to be a poem. It was called "Walking with Grandpa," and it had something to do about. And I like walking with Grandpa. He matches me step for step, and because when your children are having children, you are at a place in your life where you begin to slow down. And life is not a marathon anymore. And you begin to look at life for what it is. You're on the other side of that slope and you're headed downhill. And you're not in a hurry to get to where you're going because you know what's at the other end of it. And you really take the time because time is precious. It's the one thing that doesn't matter how old you are. I can promise you can't get more of. You will never get more time. So you are definitely moving at a pace that's a little less
Hectic.
yes.
Yeah.
So, like, when my granddaughter comes, the world stops. Everything's about what she wants for snacks, what she wants to play. We spent yesterday pulling blocks in and out of a wagon, putting them together, pulling them apart, putting them together, pulling them apart. She's 18 months old. Yeah. We're fascinated by the process. I'm not in a hurry. When I have her, it's all that there is. The whole day is just about her. So the input from the grandparents is a very different energy than what you're getting from your parents. When you're raising children, it's all about paying the bills, keeping food on the table, clothes on their back, the lights on, the cable, the internet, the television.
Yeah, there's so
groceries.
many
There's
individual
so many
day-to-day
yes.
stressors.
And it really is a major stressor for those who are trying to provide. And when you get to this stage of the life of where I'm at in my life, that's not a priority anymore. It's all about time is precious, and I know that no matter what I do with my day, I'm never getting this day back. So I'm looking at things from a different perspective. It's interesting. It's very interesting. But yes, they say that they get a different feed from their grandparents than they get from their parents.
I definitely believe that. I definitely believe that.
I was very fortunate that I was raised by my grandmother and my other grandparents. I was very lucky. And my summers I go home, and great grandpa was a laugh. And everybody's like, oh, he's so ornery. And I'm like, nah, he's just rough on the outside, squish in the center.
He could be, yeah.
But he was absolutely hilarious. I mean, I learned
Brilliant.
a lot about opera. I mean, this is a man who 7 languages, 5 fluently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Super smart.
Yeah.
You know.
Too bad that it all comes from the mom, right?
Yeah. I'm totally screwed.
But it's all handed down. Like your afternoons with your great grandfather were probably filled with just whatever he brought to the table that day. Whatever.
Oh,
And it could be anything.
checkers. Like, he totally crushed me all the time. But I would go to Carnegie's, pick him up, and they had chess and checkers built into the bar, and I would play chess. And I loved playing chess with him because I'm like, he will never let me win.
No, if you win, it's going to be because you earned it.
Yes.
Yeah, those are good lessons.
It was so much fun. And, you know, it was different because he expected there was a level of, you bring excellence to the table or go back upstairs because I don't want to talk to you. You know, conversations had to be, you know, you couldn't talk like you're an idiot.
I talk like that a lot sometimes.
What, like
Only
an idiot?
on
just
days
like
of the week that end in Y.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of those days. Yeah.
And it's, with my grandmother, it was the bingo. It was driving the car. I'm like, she'd be like throwing me the sob key. She goes, go warm the car up. And I'm like,
Hell,
okay.
she had me driving at 9 in that
Yeah.
sub. I'm
That's
not
awesome.
kidding.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I know. I drove home from bingo, and she's like, don't tell your mother. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, same. Don't tell
They
your
really are the good old days, aren't they?
Yeah.
It was fantastic. But, like, my oldest son wanted to learn how to make kiffles the way we make them. And if I'm not feeling good, he'll go, well, I can go to the kiffle factory. I'm like, I will die.
Beat your ass if you kiffle factory
I'm
my
like,
ass.
you will
Learn how to
never bring
make
those
them.
in my house.
Learn how to bake them at home.
But he laughs. Like, he hands me the dough, and he's like, I don't know what I did wrong. And I'm like, I just fix it. And he's like, how do you know how to do that? I'm like, I have been working with this dough since I'm little.
You know how it's supposed
I
to
just
feel,
know
right?
how
Exactly.
everything
Yep.
is supposed to feel. And I'm very picky. I'm very picky about food. And Nan, in his honor, I mean, Nan was the nicest person on the face of the earth. And I don't know how she got stuck with her honor, because he is just intense.
He
tell my-
adored her.
Yeah,
I
he
tell
did.
my children all the time, the girls, I tell them marriage isn't about love. It's about endurance.
It is. It truly is.
There's some truth to that.
Oh my God. You learn to accept each other for who you are, agree where you can agree, disagree without
Yeah,
causing
you
a
learn
stink
to
and just
just
move
pick
past
battles.
it.
Yeah.
Just go on.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I'm like, my grandparents, I can't remember of any fight, you know, and if they had a little discord, they didn't go to bed. They solved it, because my Nan pulled out that card and she would slap it down and she'd go, Albie, and it ended. No conversation, no nothing. He just stopped dead in his tracks because he knows the broom is coming out next.
She had a
the
broom and she wasn't
transportation.
afraid to use it,
Flights.
damn it.
Yeah.
Flights.
Yeah,
Yep.
flights.
One of the more successful relationships I've had with men was one in which he knew at any point in time when he got a little too ornery with me, I would whip out a cast iron pan. You know, they make those suckers that fit in your purse, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Every time I find one, I send a picture to him, and I'm like, thinking of you. He loves it. He loves it.
The
He
purse
loves
size
it.
cast iron.
He loves it.
Perfect
He
for
does. He
kneecaps.
genuinely does. I sent it to him when I was on vacation because I came across the store that had it, and I was like, oh my God, this is hilarious. Of course, I've got to send it to him. And I sent to him literally that, thinking of you.
Nice.
And he said, even on a getaway trip, you managed to find what I need upside my head.
Jeez.
There's no hard feelings there. There genuinely isn't any hard feelings. It's just funny. Yeah, let me fill it up again.
Do you remember the cartoon El Kabong?
Yes.
Where he would hit people with his guitar. El Kabong!
I don't remember that one.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Is that the pan you got at the lake?
No, that was different pan.
Different pan.
Different pan.
Everywhere she goes, she's looking for pans.
Yeah.
No wonder she can't get
They're
a
a
date.
handy weapon. The type of man who's into me does not mind a particular
couple.
amount of abuse. Like, honest to God, you got to be a strong survivor to date me. I am not for the weak. I am not for the faint of heart. If you have a lot of feelings, you should have gotten rid of that shit in your teens like a normal person.
That's what I
Don't
tell
bother
people
me
about
with them.
growing old. It's not for the weak.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh, my God.
I have many personal mottos. One of them is your feelings, your problem. Don't bother me with that mess. I don't want to deal with
Well,
it.
I think that's one of the problems right there is the fact that the whole feelings thing.
Yeah, no.
It's like, oh, you can't do it. It'll hurt somebody's feelings. Do you know how many times my feelings have been hurt? And I've been around this planet for quite a long time.
I rarely.
And you know how many times my feelings were hurt growing up because nobody cared about that.
Yeah, no.
If nothing else, you learn how to deal with things better
Yeah.
because of that. So
Yeah.
screw your feelings.
Yeah, no.
I don't give a rat's ass about your feelings.
What do you know about rats' asses? I want to know this.
Maybe he likes what he likes. You know?
You've
have,
met my
like-
ex.
Oy.
Hey.
I've met several of them.
Okay. Enough said.
I didn't know there were 3 of them at one point. So
What?
wait to hear that story.
He's still
2
on
of
the
them. He's the
threesome.
third.
He's
yeah,
still on
yeah.
the threesome.
I just haven't heard
No,
that.
not
It was
for
one of
sure.
those old drunken nights, and it's like anything
It
else.
happens.
Everything,
Yeah.
it really was. It was one of
It was
those.
late September back in
Sometimes these
'93.
Sometimes these
Well,
things are
you're-
planned.
you're-
I was
Sometimes
with
they
her,
happen
and then
on
she was
accident.
with me.
It wasn't me.
It was actually August, but it was
We remember the month
it was
Oh,
actually
month.
'89. But anyway,
and the year.
Well,
Clearly, it wasn't 69, but hey, what the hell?
actually,
It was 69
no.
too.
It was a lot of
it
numbers.
was a lot of numbers.
We mathed all the math.
The ancient dinosaur, the Lickalotopus, came back.
Exactly.
Oy.
He was at a Greek festival too.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Don't bring the Greeks into this.
No. Serious.
No, bring him.
In Baltimore. Yeah, not the Inner Harbor, but
Balta
but
what?
Yeah, it was. Went down to visit my girlfriend who was living there, who had moved out there for a while, and her
She brought a
roommate
friend
who was
along.
Greek, and we ended up going to Greek festival and
I
drinking.
love Greek festivals.
So did I.
Yeah, well,
It's all about the
Okay,
tzatziki
back.
sauce.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was. But back then, you remember back then, my hair was very dark and black, and very
Curly.
thick and curly, and they all
thought you
thought
were
I would.
Greek.
They all thought I
Yeah.
passed by. I didn't pass by anyone where some wonderful Greek old lady's like, "You too skinny. Come here. You eat.
Yeah, yeah.
You eat."
Oh, I
I'm
love
like,
the
"Well, I'm
Greeks.
not Greek." He goes, "Oh, you Greek today. You look Greek. You
yeah.
Greek today. Here, you." Oh, and the ouzo. Oh,
Yeah, I love it.
oh, so did I.
Apparently, that's what got him into all that
Oh,
trouble.
yes, it did. I'm just
Come
going to
on
say
in.
3 words.
Who's on
Me,
down? Who's on
my
down the
girlfriend, and her roommate. That's all you need to know. And no, I didn't start it.
Oh, really?
Did you finish it?
Damn, we finished.
Damn right
Did you
I
finish it? I
Damn
want
right
to
I
know.
did.
Or do you just think you did? See, the things we're learning about your
I
husband.
told
It's
you
just,
this
it's just
table.
one of those things that just happen. That's all.
This table, you learn so much.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with it.
we get to learn each other a lot here.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh God, I hope my mother doesn't listen to this.
you and me and what's her name makes 3. Okay.
Uzo.
Uzo.
You, me, and Uzo. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Baltimore, there's a child that looks a lot like
Yeah,
Malcolm.
it could be.
They all think he's Greek.
Okay.
He'd be about 32 right now.
Yeah, about right. We've had our fun. Now I think we need to talk about stuff.
The party's over.
Yeah, that was fun though.
It's over.
It was
That
fun.
was a fun little trip.
Yeah.
Fun little trip down memory lane.
I heard her. I got that. It doesn't go by here. No. I believe me. Remember, we've known each other for next month will be 49 years.
He's used to my particular brand of harassment.
Yes, very much so. Very
Harassment
much
so much to me.
I learned of this story when I was just started seeing him. Talk about intimidating.
Yeah.
Why would that be intimidating?
I wasn't.
It's a lot of pressure on her now.
Ah.
No.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I was just
Oh.
like, what?
Yeah.
I came from back-ass Pennsylvania.
Badass.
Yeah, like
I was going to say, is there? Can I look that up on
it
on
might
my
be there.
maps?
I think it's actually spelled CARRO.
Hey,
Never mind. Okay. It's out that way
I remember hearing this
To the west.
story.
to the west.
You obviously knew about it, Kitty.
I know about
Yeah.
everything, which is sad.
I'm an open book. I don't keep secrets from
I
people
had no problem
because
with it.
We've all lived.
to me
Yeah,
it was
we've all lived.
to me the whole thing was actually it was that we all laughed about it afterwards
He's
because
still speechless.
we all thought it was fun. We all did we really? And like, yeah, we really do. Okay.
Really did.
It was just
It
one of those
happens.
things. Was funny, right?
Yeah.
I woke up feeling like there was no room in the bed.
Well, that's when you don't plan properly. Go on.
I just didn't know what the hell he would be expecting.
Yeah, see, a lot
Yeah,
of pressure
right?
on you.
There
Yeah,
was.
Nope.
And I'm thinking, oh hell no, I ain't
I
doing
didn't go.
that.
I didn't
do
go
not
seeking
share.
it out. It just sort of found me.
So
Yeah, that's why I don't
true.
discuss and share.
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
that was
I've
one of those
never-
things. Just fell into it.
Yeah.
Wasn't.
So here's a really
Yeah.
good
Didn't
question
go out
for
there
you.
looking for that.
I mean, less your current situation, but would you ever do that again?
I can't say yes. I can't say no because I especially at my age now, I doubt that situation is ever going to present itself again. So I don't really have to give it any thought, do I?
God, I'm really enjoying being a woman right now.
Yeah,
If the situation should arise,
I'm pretty much at the been there,
Better
done
be
that
at the gym
stage,
so I have
to
something
be
to hang on
honest with you.
to.
Yeah, no,
that's
I'm
a
at the
no.
been there, done that phase at this point. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm definitely not. I am like
Not
I
at that phase.
no, absolutely not. Now I want to see how full I can live my life. I want to try everything. I want to try everything.
What are
all
you,
of the
Shakira?
time. Yeah,
I love that song, by the way. That's one of my favorite songs.
I love Shakira. I just like her as a
Try
person, and
everything
I
is a
like her.
song.
I like her
love it.
music too. And
Yeah,
she has
I know.
such a unique voice.
Oh, she does, doesn't
She really
she?
mention
does,
her
yeah.
hips.
She's white.
They can't lie. They're perfect.
Uh,
So I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm in the stage of my life where I'm very much, what's the best that could happen?
I'll try anything once, twice if I like it.
3 times if it's good.
The thing I remember about Shakira was a Super Bowl halftime show a few years ago.
Yeah, I remember
She was in it with J-Lo and stuff like that. And every time the camera would go, I'm like, J-Lo, move, get that fat,
Yeah,
ugly ass
exactly.
out of the way. I'm trying to watch Shakira. She stole the show from her. She absolutely just stole the show from J-Lo.
Some of the celebrities, I'm like, you're just over it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just too much.
Well, J-Lo made like a whole entire career out of her enormous ass. And at this point, I'm like, come on.
We're over it.
We're done.
Back in my day, having a huge ass was not a good thing.
no, right?
Look
Even
at my
back in my
sister
day.
today.
Well,
Even
If
back
it were
in-
factual, she'd be well off.
Where
Even
she
in my
lived?
day, I
Trailer
mean, I
park.
was always built very Irish, very bottom heavy. I used to get made fun of that a lot. Now it's a thing. Now people pay surgery to look like me. Fools.
Right?
Just eat like 10
Trying
metric
to find a pair of
tons.
jeans that freaking fit.
That's one.
Oh, that is the most horrible thing. I think that's the main reason I don't like dungarees. 'Cause
they don't fit right.
They never
No, they
do.
don't.
If they fit here, they're not going to fit up. If they fit up, you won't get them up.
Hey, it's no easier for us guys, believe it or not, that are not like the perfect shape.
I was going to say, is it like the Hotel Easton? No ballroom.
No, it's more like if I get it to fit me up here, then I end up having to cut like 4 inches off the freaking legs and hem them.
it's coming. I know. It's coming. Here it comes. It's coming. I know.
That's why you wear
That
shorts.
train's never late.
What are you worried about? You save money because you can shop at the kids
it is.
section.
Yeah.
What the hell, dude?
They're animals.
balls.
Yeah, but he's got to wear those extra long length shorts.
Your jeans still say Oshkosh on the things. What the hell?
Train is never late.
Come on. We've seen your Granimal underwear out on the line.
Underoos, underwear that's fun to wear.
I used to love
God.
Underoos.
And matching T-shirts.
I used to love
I
those.
had Wonder Woman underoos.
Yeah.
I bet you did.
I did. And I had the damn boots, too.
Not Hello Kitty.
I wasn't
didn't have
around.
Hello Kitty.
Yeah, Hello
I
Kitty
wasn't
didn't
around
exist back then. I think it's relatively new.
Wow, this
Yeah.
is back in,
It's only in the last 20 years.
Damn it, Kitty.
Yeah.
That's usually
Damn
what
it,
they say.
Kitty.
Yeah.
That's why I had a shirt made up that said,
Oh.
Damn it, Kitty.
Here's something to look forward to. They have a whole Hello Kitty shop down at Universal.
Hello, Kitty.
They do.
I wonder if I could dress up entirely kawaii and like do a Hello Kitty outfit.
Sure.
I think I think I could pull that off.
As long as you don't have a mask on, they'll let you in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
No
pretty
mask.
much.
Cool.
But why would you want to do that? You're going to be
His
getting a
face
robe
is
anyway.
enough.
All right.
pretty
So
much.
recently, probably this is an inherited trait.
Uh-oh.
From which
You know
of your
I don't mean dad.
From which of your parents?
No. The parent. This is the backup parent. You're the main parent for your son. You're the backup parent for me. That's why I went through that whole stripping phase. No, I'm kidding.
That's not true.
Where the hell was I? I missed that one.
My son's out of jail.
Yes, it's very. But I actually love dressing up. I love costumes.
Oh, yeah.
What I've recently come to accept
I used
is
to
no
love
matter
rent fairs.
what I'm gonna do, I'm always gonna be 6 feet
I wanna
tall.
go
I'm
to
always
that.
gonna
Me
be.
too.
I'm always gonna look like this.
We can do that this year, too.
Yeah, I would
Because
love
that's just
that.
a
I love
couple
Ren
hours
Fair. I would
away.
love to do
Red
that.
Fair.
We can
Yeah.
do PA Ren Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay.
And I have the whole outfit. And I have an outfit for you.
Great, because I'm totally gonna rob your closet again.
No costume.
But like, I'm always going to be 6 feet tall. I'm always going to walk in the room. I'm always going to be the gorgeous redhead, always. So I may as well look good with
I
it.
worry about her lack of confidence.
Yeah, she's
that
not
just,
too-
it breaks my heart
It's
to realize that she
truly-
doesn't think highly enough about herself.
You really
We need
gotta-
to boost her up.
Straight up, though, I encourage everyone to think of themselves the way that I do.
I agree.
No,
Oh,
I
I
agree.
agree.
This is
No,
the
I
best
agree.
thing
It's
ever.
very, very healthy.
If you sit there and you tell
That's why
yourself
we
negative
love you.
stuff, you're going to believe negative stuff about
Right.
yourself. If you tell yourself positive stuff, you're going to have a more positive life. And I know that sounds really crunchy and granola-y.
No, that was
but
me with the ice. I'm sorry.
No.
That
But like in all honesty, like everybody should feel the way about themselves the way that I feel about myself. There is no one on this planet who can take me down a notch because my self-confidence is bulletproof.
And I admire the hell out of that. I do, and I envy the hell out of that.
It's my favorite thing about myself.
We had a branding event in this one organization that I belong to. We were going to have one of our first meetups back after COVID and everything. And they
Was
said,
it the hot branding or the cold branding?
I felt very hot in that outfit, I
Okay.
can tell you that. So we're supposed to come as our company. Okay, no problem. That's easy. I can do mine any day of the week. So I get there. It's a public venue, which I'm not comfortable in public. I like territorial places that I know.
It just lets any old riffraff in.
So no one else dressed up.
Oh, God.
So I had to walk through this entire market, cocktail dress, 1940 swing jacket. It was after 6 o'clock when I arrived, so I took my hat off and put on my tiara. I walked through. They thought it was a marketing publicity thing. And I'm like, that's it. I had enough today. It was just a long day.
I mean, I can't tell you the amount of opportunities that have been afforded to me just because when I show up, I show up.
Absolutely.
I show up. I am there. I'm not just unwillingly there. If I'm wearing pants, I'm going to look great.
I try not to wear pants, but I do wear a nice
Same
cocktail dress.
Yeah. I have so many different dresses that it's just easier to wear a dress. And then I don't have to worry about silly things like opening doors or dealing with my chair.
Yeah.
I hate dressing up. I hate anything
Really?
that has to do with
Really?
costumes or dressing up.
Oh
I'm
my
done with
God,
it.
really?
I'm just done with it. If I could roll out of the house in my nightgown, I freaking go.
Well, yeah.
No, no robes for Rebel or for Rocket.
You
Hell no.
could.
We're lucky
You
I got
could.
panties on. Hello.
Wow.
No, I meant wizard robes when we go down to.
We're lucky I got panties.
They got wizarding panties. They dress
I like to let
through
everything
themselves.
breathe now.
Yeah,
I'm done with this. Spent half my life confinement. I'm done with it.
Yeah,
I'm not talking jail. I'm talking freaking underwear.
I know.
The true purgatory panties.
Oh my God! You think that's bad? Try a bra. Oh my God!
I think she has
some
them.
sadistic man designed these things.
Mr. Brazier.
Brassiere. And over the shoulder belt, yeah, guaranteed to cut off the circulation to your lymphatic system.
For sure.
Tell us
Hate it.
how you really feel about them. Damn.
That's me. Yes, I hate clothes. I'd run around.
I mean, under the right circumstances, so do
mean,
I,
so do
Rocket.
yeah, I think we're all...
I get home and 5 seconds later,
Yeah.
we're not the same.
Listen, I have
We're not
had
wearing the
kids
same
since I am 17 years old. You cannot run around the house nude. You are not allowed. They still live at home.
Well, you're
They're
allowed.
still
They're just
there.
frowned upon.
We have it good, don't we?
People show up in the damn middle of the afternoon.
That's true.
My
Man,
brother lives
I tell
next
you
door.
what, if somebody shows up at my house in the middle afternoon, I'm coming to the door as is. They get what they get. They knocked on my damn door. I didn't go looking for them.
No, that is not the ringer. That's my nipple.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Push my buttons, big boy.
Oh boy.
No, I don't like costumes. I don't like any of that stuff. I really have to be in the right mindset to dress for anything anymore.
I dress for everything. I can't tell you how,
I used
I
to
love
like
it.
wearing shirt, tie, jacket.
I used to like that. Yeah,
I always did. Yeah.
I dress for everything because
Well,
honestly, at this
Yeah,
point,
when
it
you
just
feel
makes me feel
when
so
you
much
dress
more
like that,
confident.
Feel
you
good.
feel good.
Look
Yeah.
good, feel
I
good.
agree with
Yeah,
that.
No
yeah.
complaint
You've
when
been
I
privy
pick
to
out
my
your
life.
stuff.
Nope.
Where
I know.
am I going?
I used to like
I
it
know.
every day.
Well, that's
Now. No.
yeah.
But I also work from home too, so I don't have to get
Yeah,
dressed
yeah,
every single
yeah.
day. Like when I go out, it's because I'm going out someplace that I'm choosing to be in most cases, or I'm going out specifically for the purpose of hiding 1,200 babies
Yeah, I knew
into
that
an
was
office.
coming. I knew that
You
was
know,
coming.
A or B. It's a little bit of column A. It's a little bit of column B. Mama likes to multitask. Whatever.
No, during COVID, I would put on a ball gown and go get the mail.
It was fun.
It
Wave
was
at
Just
my
to
neighbors.
do something.
Yeah, right?
yeah.
Give the princess wave.
I have a tear on.
They looked at me funny. The princess wave.
because everybody I love my gardening, and that's my place of getting my. I have no problem walking out in a ball gown and tiara and going. I don't care.
I used to like my garden too, but now when I bend over, I look like one of those mushroom ladies.
Oh Jesus!
Tell you, my ass gets any bigger, it's going to need a beeper.
No matter how big your ass gets, it's still not going to be as big as my sister, so you don't have to
my
worry
goodness.
about it.
That is true.
She put the T in Texas.
She put the A in ass.
Wow. That's
Oh,
It's all over from here.
yeah.
I don't think you met her, Doc. Did
I
you?
did not. No.
Wait, were you at
Lucky
the wedding?
man.
he was not at the wedding. No.
No, he was not at the wedding.
Wow.
Where was I?
I don't know.
How the hell do we
I was
know?
there. Where the hell were you?
I was there.
I was
I
there.
was there.
in
My
it.
mom was
Where
there.
was I?
I don't know. It wasn't my job to watch you that
Was
day.
I invited?
Yeah.
You were invited.
You were
I was
Stop
there.
it.
I was there 7 days a week. Where
no,
was
we
I?
weren't. It wasn't at the YR. Maybe that's where you were.
Where was it?
At our
At
house.
your- at-
Yeah.
Yeah, back,
It
this
was
was
at
back
the
in
house.
2015. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, the place down by the river had already
It all-
come to
Gone.
an end.
Yeah.
Gone.
That was by 2015.
Yeah, I think that's when you were so busy across the river.
That's when you were busy with things with Gabe, because it was just before he was
he
born.
was born. Yeah.
Oh, see?
Yes.
You know what?
That's
Yeah.
a sector
exactly
of your
it.
life where you got more in than you could get back out. Remember that time?
Yeah. When what was the
I
year?
do.
What was the year he was born?
15.
15. Yeah. So yeah, well, you were getting
What
ready for
month
that.
did you get married in?
July.
Right,
On my
July.
it was actually on my
He was
birthday.
born in August.
Yeah. You were getting
Yeah,
ready
you were
for all
going
of
through
that.
Some things.
Oh,
You were
I was
going-
going through some
you were
things.
going-
All right.
You was going through
Yeah.
some shit there.
Yeah.
Talk about being tied fast.
Ugh.
But look, it's all turned
So
out.
many
Yeah.
comments.
So, yeah,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
comments I could make. Holy God, my mind is exploding.
My father used to say,
Table.
accidents make the nicest people.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
He would know. None of us
Sometimes
were
they
planned.
Do yeah.
None of us.
None of us were playing.
We weren't.
No, they weren't.
We weren't. My father was like the Pez dispenser.
There's 8 of you. At some point, a failure to plan
Well,
is a plan.
let us be realistic. Out of the 8 of us, I think 3 of us had the same parents.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that either.
And none of us were sure about that till just a little while ago.
That's fair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aha.
Well, he was married before my mom and had
Okay.
2 children with his first wife.
Oh, gotcha.
She had my mom had my brother when she married my dad. My paternity has been called into question multiple times. I had 3 men who stepped up to the plate. 1 is responsible. My sister Amy and I have the same mother and father. My sister Rebecca and I have the same
I
mother,
would get that retested.
different father. My brother Stephen and I have the same mother, different father. My brother Tim and I had the same mother and father.
Wow.
So
I would check with, Amy.
I would too. I'm thinking maybe there's a mistake there.
well, if it is, it's on her end because genetically, I just recently found out that my nephew and I share genealogy, and the only tie we have is my older brother, which means that my father that raised me is my actual father, which I was fascinated by. My sister, I don't know if she's actually done any DNA testing.
They actually just recently updated that. So at first I thought, based off of what I'd received from Ancestry.com, I thought I was Irish, Norwegian, Scottish, and then Swedish. I recently checked it because they came out with this update showing you which parent gave what part of your genes.
Absolutely,
which
I
was
just
super
did that.
exciting.
Yeah.
And I found out that due to the updates, I'm now Irish, Swedish, Scottish, and Norwegian.
Well, that's where your height comes from.
It's got to be that or the Norwegian, right? Like I'm a
the
million
Swedes
feet
and the-
tall. This
yeah,
is
the Swedes
ridiculous.
and the Norwegians are very tall.
Yeah, yeah.
They're tall
I'm like
and thin.
the jolly pale giant.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
related
the,
to
Scot-
everything
the Scots
related to the sun.
are just of average height.
I'm
Yeah.
English, Scottish, Swedish.
The Irish
English,
are
Scottish,
actually a
Swedish,
little bit
Welsh.
taller too.
Yeah.
The average is
yeah,
about 5'8", I think, 5'8" or 5'7" there. So they're not super short either, in spite of that stereotype.
That's just leprechauns.
No, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Always after
See,
me,
you
Lucky
dress up in
Charms.
the-
Yeah, that's how I know I'm not.
Come on,
Irish.
say it, Mike.
Right.
Say it, Mike.
That's
Say
what I
it.
know.
No,
Come on,
say
do it.
Say it. They're
Do
always
it.
after me, Lucky
They
Charms. Come on, do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Peer
I
pressure.
refuse.
Why not?
I absolutely refuse.
Why?
No.
Please. He's
Okay,
still mad.
can you at least sing?
Doop-a-dee-doo.
He's mad because that time I put him on the counter and put him in the Santa suit.
Wow.
Ooh, we
Elf on the
represent the Lollipop Guild.
Wow. Wow.
You're taller than me.
But I did get you Darth Vader pajamas for Christmas.
You did, yeah.
In the kiddie section.
He wears
On
them
the onesie. Yeah, I wear them.
with the little footies in them.
Underwear that's fun to wear.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
ashamed
God.
of
A
that.
couple of years ago, I actually bought like a Wonder Woman and a Batman onesie from Target
Yeah,
that had the
great.
capes.
Yeah, yeah.
Those things are so comfy. Oh, I love them.
No shame.
Yeah, I have
No
dragons.
shame.
Here there be dragons.
I actually bought dragon pajamas, the hood, the feeties,
No way.
and then I
You
went.
say you don't like to dress up.
I don't.
Yeah.
But then I went
Role
on
play.
Amazon and I ordered a
How to ride your
plastic
dragon.
behind.
How to train your dragon.
I think it was better the first way. How to ride your
I
dragon.
think so too, actually, yes.
But
We're
I bought-
renaming that. Good luck,
Listen to me.
Pixar.
But I bought a plastic behind because I wanted to wear a costume that related to how I feel about life most times. I was dragging ass.
Oh, dragon ass. Nice.
Gotcha.
Well done. Well
Somebody
done.
got my costume. I had to explain it. I was really upset about that. My plastic ass is still in the closet
I have to find my nun outfit again, actually, because
because you're not giving any these days.
speaking of costumes, no, I wanted to dress up as a demon nun and chase the children in my neighborhood because they were getting
I
a little
love
too
it.
friendly with my.
Yeah, you
with
don't
the
want friendly children.
Yeah, you want friendly children around.
Absolutely not. I'm allergic to those creatures.
Why do they
I
call
like the
them-
ones in our
why
family.
do they call
and
them
that's
nuns? They give none. They get none.
None.
it. Oh, they are getting some. You'd be surprised about that.
Well, it started off with them not having none. So.
Well, if you want your Ewok costume, Doc,
Wow. How do we get back to me again? Jeez. Wow. You know what? I'd wear it. I don't care. Yeah.
be careful what you say.
I'll wear it.
Yep, yep.
You just don't have to shave for a week. It's all right.
Oh, no. I know. At least let me pick which one.
No, it's way more fun this way. We're not doing that.
You're going to look like a fat chipmunk.
Just so everybody knows, we're equal opportunity offenders.
You're in for
Yes,
the
we
next
are.
show anyway.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got something planned for you. Yeah.
Should I be afraid?
Not really, no. Not really afraid.
You said you
no.
wanted to go shopping.
I like him better when he's afraid. Can we just
Yeah.
make him afraid?
Yeah, you should be afraid.
Yes, afraid.
Very afraid.
I like this.
Gonna ambush. Yeah. All right.
Ambush.
All right, I'm ready for the next show.
And the next show, I think we got somebody else joining us now, right? I think Cake's
Perhaps.
coming back
I think
again.
she's coming.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's cool.
Yay.
Look at
Who
that.
likes cake?
Everybody likes
Everybody likes Cake.
everybody
All our
likes
listeners
cake.
like Cake. which you always thought, oh my God.
Everybody likes cake.
So, all right. So you were asking
right.
about our trip a couple weeks ago.
Yes, what
We'll do, actually, you know what? We'll save that for the next one.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Because it kind of ties in with what I got planned for you. Anyway. Talk amongst yourselves. I have to text something in here. Sorry about that.
Well, because I don't know where we are. I can tell you how to get there, but you know.
Right. Yeah. And that,
Mushrooms
I'm the
again.
same. I'm the same way.
Shrooms, yes.
Shrooms.
It's all about the shrooms.
Wait a minute.
It's a shroom with a view.
Oh. Hey, this guy's...
Yeah.
You
I'm
don't
hungry.
condone. Yeah. Oh.
Well, you can have a little snack in between, but
Yes.
I know where
but
there's
just a
some
snack. I
taco
mean, we got
salad.
chips there. We can whack up some chips and
I
stuff.
don't really want chips.
Whack up some chips.
I don't know how to say
I
it.
don't think I've ever heard that.
Me neither.
I'm going to start
what do you do
using
with
that.
those
Whack up some chips.
I was texting and talking
Whack
at the
the
same
chips
time. That's good because at least we got a good show and we didn't have to go into the one thing that really probably shouldn't have gone into anyway. Which is
Yeah, yeah.
because that was
Kept
just
it nice and light.
it was too dark. Plus, there's still more stuff coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And before we talk about it, I want
let's
to
wait,
I
yeah.
want to be completely.
Yeah,
I want
I wanna have all the
details. 'Cause
information.
a lot of things I'm hearing, I'm going really,
Yeah, me too.
really,
Yeah, me too.
and
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm ready.
yeah.
Let's get it.
Seatbelt's still on, baby. Let's roll.
Oh, we're gonna roll on that one, but let's wait on that one till all the facts come in, and we can
Oh, you mean so other than
go
government?
at it. What?
Government's already decided that
Yeah, well, that's why we need the facts because they do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, yeah.
they don't wait for the facts.
No,
We're
not this
not
one.
them. We're way more
Not this
efficient. So
one.
we're gonna wait. We're
Okay.
gonna wait.
We're
for
way
the
more
facts,
intelligent.
Then we'll
for the
discuss it.
All
We
right.
have our safe word in case we need that.
Yeah, we have
We
that.
got a whole
Yeah,
pineapple.
And in the meantime, if any teacher needs assistance with looking at a firearm or would
Learning
like
how to shoot?
learning to shoot, I will come out and teach you.
Yes, you are. She is a trained NRA instructor.
Yes, she is.
Okay, we can talk about that real quick while
Okay.
we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but sitting over here next to me, I have my one firearm.
I noticed.
It's out. It's open. I have it purposely pointed towards me.
I was wondering about that.
Next to it, I have a knife open with a point towards me.
Why hasn't it killed you yet?
Now over there in the corner, I have my favorite baseball bat named Elton, which
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
brought
remember.
out of the closet just for this.
That's fun. Funny looking thing.
Right, exactly. And it's kind of pointed towards me. And I was waiting to see if within the hour or so that we've been doing this show, if any one of them
Killed
would
you.
attack me.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, no,
I don't think they've moved.
hasn't done it.
I thought it was an
They're chill.
inclination that you were going to shoot off your mouth and cut up.
Well, no, I mean is I thought these were supposed to be these magical things that just
Oh yeah,
go and
they
hurt
automatically
people.
hurt people. Yes,
Right.
without anybody handling them or
Right.
sending them off in a direction.
I gave them every chance.
I keep having.
I
the
gave
same
that a
problem
chance
with
to shoot
dildos.
me, that a chance to stab me, that a chance to bash my head in, and neither one of them took me up on it.
I guess it's not the weapon then, is it?
I guess not, huh?
That's a shame.
Go.
I guess not.
I don't know
That's
why
a
the
shame.
media, and I come from media, so I have a hard time when media says weapon, and I go, no, it's a firearm.
Firearm.
It is the
Anything's a
connotation.
weapon.
Anything. I can use a spoon.
Anything's a
I
weapon.
can use an axe.
Look at this.
PSNORKis.
There.
Again.
Oh, yeah, see, you can't use her as an example.
That didn't even remotely hurt. That didn't even take her by surprise.
Look at her happy place.
So, the Madman just whacked Rebel with a remote
and it
to the
cost him
television.
$15.
Whip me, beat me, treat me rough.
I just hit her with the TV remote. Now, does
So
that
is that
make
assault or
does-
simple
that's-
assault?
Well, no, wait.
She
but
perked up.
Does that
And
now mean
battery.
that we have
That was
yeah, the batteries
foreplay.
are included. That's
Doesn't
funny.
even remotely
No,
resemble any kind of an assault, does it?
But seriously, does that mean that we now have to?
Ban remotes now.
No, right. Well,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
does that also
That's
mean that
it.
we now have to
And batteries.
refer to this as an assault TV
Assault
remote?
Yeah, it's an assault remote.
I like that.
Was
Let's
that,
go with that.
Was
Assault
that
TV remote.
violence?
I haven't.
No, there's no such freaking thing. That's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous to say an assault rifle. It's just
No,
a
I
rifle.
have assault rifle. I have.
We have
I'm
a
sorry,
bug
it's
assault
Bug
rifle.
assault rifle?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say-
a bug assault rifle.
I was going to say,
bug
it
assault.
shoots
Lovely.
salt.
It shoots
Yeah,
salt.
it does.
Yeah.
It's bugs.
So it's
Yeah.
a salt
It's assault
rifle.
Yeah.
rifle.
It's a assault rifle.
Assault.
Yeah.
And I bought them for everyone.
Yep.
I don't
They're
have one.
great.
You've been assaulting people?
Yes,
All
I
these
have.
years. We encourage
But
you.
I do not want to hear the terms. I don't want to hear out of anybody at this table ever the term assault rifle. No such thing. It's just
it was
a rifle.
Armalite.
AR stands for Armalite Rifle.
Yep.
Exactly. The company that made the first
Yep.
ones for civilian use.
However,
not
if I
was
choose to
not
pick it up
military.
and point it at you, I may assault you with that rifle.
But I may assault you with this.
Do not assault me with the
Wait,
remote.
I may assault you with my PSNORKis.
Two different.
Keep your
responses.
snorkis to yourself. Did you
I
see
want
that?
everyone to
Oh, you
know.
didn't see that. That's right. You're an audience.
Two total different reactions to that. Wow.
So Madman actually just smacked Rocket
Yeah.
with the remote now.
I wish
And my
everyone.
PSNORKis.
Yeah.
Snorkis. I didn't do
How
that.
she-
She got the double treatment.
Well, at least his Snorkis was smiling.
Nobody likes
Marks
this sad.
on me,
Nobody
goddammit.
likes this sad PSNORKis.
Wow.
And not me, anyway.
That's the time I just feel like Karen, denied, approved.
That's what your ass crack was for. Denied.
Approved.
But we will definitely on a show and coming up, and when we have some more information about what happened this week. I mean, we know basically, but we don't know everything. And the more we find out, the more it's like it was a whole series of shit
Yeah.
that allow this. Number one, I'm sorry, is a stupid twat teacher that left the
Opened the
door,
door,
that
yeah.
opened the door and blocked it open. Why? Did she need a cigarette? What? I don't know.
Hey, I
But-
smoke.
Well, yeah, but all
what
right.
we did there.
That's we'll
Yeah.
Another
No,
time when we
wanna-
find out
I wanna
more
hear
about
all the
everything.
Facts first. I don't like making decisions without hearing. The
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
still too
I'm
new.
I'm,
It's too
I'm not
new
the
for us to
president.
really
I don't
opinion.
come out and immediately start ripping on this, that, and the
Well, you
other
also
thing.
know where you are at all times. He does not.
Well, that's true too.
The second
Ass
part
clown.
of that is if you're going to open that can of worms, then you better be prepared because everyone at this table knows that I have everybody's voting record and everyone who voted to close down mental institutions and kick it all the way down to the municipal level. Don't worry, I have your voting record.
Yeah,
That's
been
going to
a-
be a tough one.
That's been
when
a
we talk about
huge,
that.
a
It- it-
That's gonna be a
huge
tough
factor.
one.
It is going
Yeah,
to be, and we're going to talk about because everyone at this table, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've all had fathers who were in the military, taught us how to shoot. Doc, you picked up a magazine with a picture of a gun once, so you're just about an expert.
I used to sell guns.
I know you did. Just for the record, he actually owned a gun store. Every one of us here has learned how to properly handle a firearm.
Even my son knows how to
All
properly
right?
handle
Yeah,
a firearm.
he already knows
Yeah.
how to. Also,
That was a big
so
deal.
you can't. There's just some people. Let me tell you what. If they, let's say they do manage to take firearms away, you're just going to stop people from finding a way to hurt us. I can give you right now a couple of different scenarios where I could walk into a school, cause just as much damage, and it does
Oh, my
not
gosh, yeah, for
involve
sure.
a firearm. I'm not going to give them out because I don't want to give any assholes out there any ideas. Because if they're too stupid to figure it out for themselves,
we don't
good.
need to help them.
I want them to be too stupid to figure it out themselves. I talked to you about that the other day, and you're like, "Oh, I never thought of that." I'm like, "Mm-hmm." So,
but there's so many ways that this could have been precluded.
No, this could have been prevented absolutely with anyone.
Absolutely.
It's like an airplane crash. A break in the chain, anywhere in that chain, would have stopped it from happening.
Correct.
But it was one thing after another, mistake after
just
mistake
compounded.
after mistake after mistake that allowed it, A, to happen, twat, anyway, B, to not be dealt with as quickly as it should have been. And that's what I'm waiting for more information on to find out exactly what everything is because I will not speak on something of which I do not know. I'm not like the media. I'm not like
I
the
respect that
president. Stop. I'm not.
You do your homework, do
I'm
you
not
not?
like that.
I do.
Mainstream media. Sorry.
Yeah.
I should have been more specific.
Thank you.
Libtards.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
That's
I don't do that. I will not speak about something until I know the facts. And when we know the facts, we will bring this up and we will have that discussion.
Yeah. Agreed.
So there's your Madman rant, dude, that you always like.
I love a Madman rant.
Just keep your remote to yourself over there. I'm watching you with that.
Yeah, I mean,
freaking marks in my
I
arms.
think Rebel's watching as well. Total different reason.
I just use that as a.
Yeah.
My fair skin. I'm
I
gonna have a
did
bruise tomorrow.
wonder. I did wonder why all this stuff was out over there.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I always check the room when I walk.
I know you do.
Yeah.
And that,
I was
it's called
looking for a
situational awareness.
Yep.
Yep.
Ah, new toy.
Now afterwards, I can put it back in my holster, which is right here, because I do subscribe to the Masad Ayub doctrine, which is pants on, guns on.
Might be
You
finally
get
a
up, you
good
get
reason for me
dressed,
to
and
wear
that's
pants.
that's part of being dressed.
Yeah.
To me, always was. And now even more so in this world, because you don't know when or where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And you just have to be prepared all the time, period.
Oh, now more than ever.
Oh yeah.
Right, that's what I said, now more than ever.
Yeah. Yep.
There is more. I'm just going to run down quick to the store. I don't need to.
Nope.
I don't need to carry the extra weight. I don't need to do this. Well,
Oh, yeah,
guess
you
what?
do.
Yeah, you
That's
do
the
now.
most dangerous place in town.
Exactly.
You're hearing about it all the time. People assaulting people in the parking lots
Yep.
or trying to get your children out of your
Yeah.
carts to
Yep.
take your babies
Oh
away.
yeah.
I will
can't tell you
lose my
how
shit.
happy I am that I raised my son when he was young when I did. Because that was when the craziness of that really started to kick up. And honestly, nowadays, I could never deal with that.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. I could never deal with having to manage that paranoia, especially as somebody who's not I don't go out into public. I look at public and I'm like, ugh, Lysol spray. Ugh.
Right?
know?
And that was before COVID.
Oh, it really was. And everybody, you know what's funny about that? Ooh, everybody was always like, oh, you're a germaphobe. Who's germaphobe now? Me. Who else? Everyone else. Guess who's stocked up on Lysol, though? This bitch. Thank you. Good night.
My older brother
Eat me,
is
a clown.
And there
That
it
is one of our absolute favorite lines to ever come out of this show is eat me, you clown. And in this case, we're not talking about Biden. Not that clown.
I wouldn't let him near my worst enemies.
My older brother is a 7th or 8th degree black belt and
Yeah.
teaches self-defense.
Cool.
And said that if you just sit places and watch, you will see women who carry themselves like victims, especially women.
Yes.
Who carry
Yes.
themselves like victims and women who do not.
Yep.
He said nobody will ever check your body language and think you are a potential victim.
I actually talked to my son about that. I said, we had very strict rules for how to operate in public.
Right.
And because of this, he has been so much more wildly successful than his peers. Looking around and observing what the average person is doing and doing that so you blend in. That's great. If one of the things I emphasize with him is if we ever get separated, do not look lost. Do not look like you don't know
Right.
where I am. Look like you're just browsing. You're
Right.
relaxed. Your
And then
body
just,
language
and
is
just
casual.
keep looking around and you'll
just
find each
yeah,
other.
exactly. I'm the tallest person in this cold.
Yeah,
Can you find
you're
me?
probably going to be found pretty easily by
He
him.
said
Yes.
head up, shoulders back,
Yep.
body
Yep.
posture kind of aware, and be present.
Yeah.
see what's going on around
See
you.
One
what's
of the
going on
things I
around
do
you.
too is I also make eye contact with men, which is not something a lot of women do. I want men to know that I see them.
Oh, yes.
If you're going to be creepy, if you're going to be weird, I'm going to remember exactly what your face looks like.
Yeah, I'm nobody's victim.
Most of them, most criminals, if they're walking around and you make eye contact with them,
They
they're
will
going to
avoid
turn
you.
around and go the other way because
Yep.
it's like, oh, this person knows that something's
yeah.
going on. And
Yeah,
they don't
I've
wanna
read
be
too
part of
many
it.
psychology books, too many dark psychology books, too many psychology papers. Insomnia sometimes, I tell you. For me to not know how to handle myself in the general population without making myself a continual victim to creepies.
Called situational awareness.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, yeah.
keep your eyes open. Don't bury your head in
yet-
your.
Hit
damn
on you all the time, and you had no clue.
Well, let's face it. I was busy doing other things at the time.
To be
and
fair, though, I don't know when
That's-
people are flirting with me either.
Yeah, I never
I
did.
truly don't. Like most
If-
men apparently
really
flirt
Let me
with
put it this way: if I did, I'd have had a lot more stories like that one growing up. Probably, I probably
you
would
probably
have.
would have.
But because I don't,
I tell stories about trying to drown you in the swimming pool.
Well,
That's
there is
the kind of
that one,
stories I
too.
tell.
but don't walk around with your head buried in your damn cell phone.
Well, that's
Just-
very commonplace
just
nowadays.
Walk
Yeah.
in. Because when you're that, you're not seeing what's around.
Yeah,
how
when you're
many
doing
times has
people
somebody
watching.
run into you walking through a store or down the street
Well,
or
they don't
something?
run into you. You barrel them
Because-
over.
Oh yeah, I do. I don't get out of. I do not.
I know
When
you
somebody's coming towards me and their head's buried in their phone, they don't see me. I don't move
No,
out of
I
the
do
way.
that. I do
I
that.
actually brace for
Yeah, so
impact.
do I.
Yeah, me
and
too.
they're going on their ass.
Yep, me
and then
too.
I'll look at them and say, next time, take your freaking phone, keep it in your pocket, because what if I meant to do you harm?
How about the young mothers?
I
with
said,
the
you have a
children in the
good day.
carts with
You
their
were
cell
just
phone
taught
in
a
their hand
lesson
while they're
that
shopping.
you're thankful that you learned.
No.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen it all
Nuts.
the time.
Nuts.
You've got a 2-year-old in the front of your shopping cart. You've got a cell phone in your hand. You're either talking to somebody on your
Oh,
phone
yeah,
and
I've
pushing the
seen it.
cart and shopping,
Morons.
and you leave
Not
this baby
paying
unattended.
attention.
Like, what are you doing? Do you not read what's going on out there in the world? Do you
So,
not realize
When my
that?
children were really little, I came from a very small town. And I was at a convenience store getting gas, and I left the car open to go inside to pay for gas, and my 2 children were in the back seat. My sister-in-law saw this, and she came, and all I could see is her butt in the car door. And I went running out because I didn't know who it was, no idea. And that was a lesson for me, because you don't leave your 2-year-old and 3-year-old in a car by themselves getting gas, no matter if it's a small town or not. Anything could happen to them. I needed the wake-up call.
I'm glad it was her.
Me too.
I'm glad it
And
was
she did it
someone
on
safe.
purpose.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I hate that even has to be a thing, but
Yeah.
it does. It does because
It is.
of the
It's
world
the
we
reality.
live in. But I think of all the reality checks that you could have gotten with that situation.
I was
Man,
lucky.
that's so much better.
Yeah, it is.
That's so
And
much
how
better than
hard-
anything. It could have
Nowadays,
been.
most of us have automatic cars. So how hard would it be to pump your gas? Your kids are in the car seats. They're not going anywhere. Clearly,
Yeah.
you take your keys and you lock your car and
Yeah.
walk to put. Nobody
Right.
does
Yeah.
that anymore. We do credit cards now. Most of us in the gas
Right,
pumps.
right.
But even if you were paying cash, you have the ability to lock your car, and
Yeah.
they tell you should.
You should.
I
You
have
should.
a confession to make.
Okay, hang on one second, because I'm
Alright.
just going to. When you pull up to a gas pump, whether you have kids in the car or you're just by yourself, especially with the newer cars, it's very muscle memory and tempting to hit that button that unlocks all the doors. Unlock only your
Yep.
door.
Yep.
Leave the doors on the other side of the car locked so nobody can try to slip in there while
And
you're
grab a
pumping
bag
gas.
or whatever. Mhm.
Because it happens.
Because
yeah.
it does happen.
Yeah.
Or just get in the back seat and you don't know they're there.
Right. So the only door you unlock is
Your door.
yours.
Yep.
And even though you're there alone, take your keys out. Because if somebody comes up to try and take your car, you toss your keys like you're going to toss them to them, but past them, they have to turn around to get those. That gives you a chance to run away.
Yep.
Or me, spray them with gas and light them up. But not everybody can mentally handle that like I can.
Yeah.
Because I would have no problem doing that.
I can, because in all honesty, if you're trying to mess with me, you value my shit more than you value your life. And that's a you problem, not a me issue.
There is nothing that I own that's worth my life, but almost everything I own is worth somebody else's. I don't have a problem with that.
Doc, you wanted to say something?
Yeah.
Yes, I
have a
apologize.
confession. No,
I did not mean to
Confess.
interrupt you. I wanted to finish
Sorry.
that about being there
So-
getting gas.
So on the way over here, I had to get gas, and I left Kitty in the car unattended.
Oh my God! Do you
turned-
know
it
And
the,
she
turned out-
got kidnapped.
do you know
turned
the
out
damage
okay.
she could have caused?
I
you?
did- I left the door.
She could have put babies in your car.
Did she get kidnapped?
No, she did not.
I
But-
did lock the doors.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Hey,
I don't blame you,
All right.
honestly.
And
no.
it's somewhere, and it's not a bad section of town.
it
either.
wasn't. No.
But when we also went to the bakery,
Yeah.
I also hit the
Locked
button.
door.
Yeah. I locked. Well, you came in with me.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but-
I always hit the
Oh,
button
yeah,
when
me
I get
too.
out of the car.
On the way home from shopping today, I stopped at the store right down the road here to get that bag of ice.
Yeah.
Because that's the last thing I get because I don't want it to melt when I'm on the way home. I said, "You want to come in?" She goes, "No." I'm like, "Fine." I left the car running
Yeah.
with the radio on and the air conditioner. I got out of the car. What did I do?
Lock the door.
I locked the door
Yeah, I always do that.
with
Yeah.
my remote,
Yeah.
even though she was in there, but she's in there alone. That way, I go to the car, I come back, I don't have to worry about it.
I have my son do that because what I'm trying to teach into him is you're in a car by yourself, you lock the door.
Yeah.
You lock the door every single
Yeah.
time. And I even teach him too, like we're walking up on our car. When we're walking from our car behind, we click the unlock button because the unlock button, the light will show, the dome light will show so you can get in the car and you can see first if anyone's in the back seat before proceeding into the front seat. It's a whole step process.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Good teaching.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's hyper aware of that kind of stuff. He's
Safety
very, very,
first.
very, he's honestly just crazy intelligent. Some of his friends, they'll just get in the car and like, a murderer can be in there. They're like, I guess I'll die. I'm like, I guess so. Don't
Yes, you
vote.
will,
Don't
dumbass.
breed.
Yeah, please stay out of the gene
We've
pool.
got enough.
Can't play with him
Stay out of the
anymore.
gene pool. We only have so many lifeguards. Anyway, there we
Yeah,
go.
there
There's
we
the
go.
there's a serious part. Not as serious as we were going to get, but it's serious enough, and
Yeah.
it means something. So,
Absolutely. So to all our PSNORKIS fans, stay safe.
and
be
we
smart.
will. We're going to get into this topic.
Human
Yeah.
trafficking is
Big
alive and
time
well
one day.
in the Lehigh Valley.
And it's not just for children.
No,
And there's now sex trafficking is very prevalent here in the Lehigh Valley, Allentown area especially. And there is a
now when you
place
say
called Bloom.
when you say sex
for-
trafficking, you don't mean me sitting in traffic at 22 going, "Oh, you get out of my way."
No, no.
You're not okay.
Or
just
playing
making
with
We're
sure.
also not. Yep. There we go.
All right.
What'd you say?
Or playing with
I
your
guess what
son.
she said. Oh.
Or playing with your son.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a place called Bloom in Allentown for victims of sex trafficking.
Yeah, we hosted them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I found that kind of fascinating.
Turning Point, I think, also helps
Yeah.
women in both domestic violence situations as well as in sex trafficking situations. And I think Third Street Alliance does as well.
They do, and also Pendulum Society sits down and
Yeah.
makes sure that they rebuild on some solid foundations.
Yeah, so anybody here in our local listening area, if you think that where we live is devoid of these particular situations, wake
It's
up.
not.
Wake up.
Yeah.
No place is anymore. No place. The days of like I grew up, the days of literally you never locked your back door.
And your keys are laying in your car.
Yeah, your keys were.
There's-
Yeah, you
yeah,
left the
that
keys
doesn't
in the
happen.
car. That can't happen
imagine that.
anymore.
I can't even imagine doing that. Like going to bed, leaving your front door open.
Never.
or
We never
unlocked,
left the front door open.
but unlocked.
Never left the
Even
front
like-
door open.
Where I grew
Only
up
the
in
back door.
Jersey, I
I don't think we
not
had a key
remember-
for it.
I don't remember ever locking the doors
Well, that's
until
country,
things
right?
got bad.
Not all country.
That
out
was
there.
in
Yeah.
the country.
Yeah.
where
Oh,
we
so
never
was
locked.
That's
so was where I grew up
Yeah.
back then, wasn't it? Because
Yeah.
you grew up next door. It's not anymore, but it was.
Yep.
Yep.
There were only 9 houses there at that point.
Yeah, there's a pile now.
Literally everybody knew each other, and other than that, it was corn all around there,
And cows.
That's scary.
and funky lights.
No,
but that's besides
funky
the point.
lights.
Yeah, well, over the cornfield, all the time.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. We'll get to that another show too.
That was just the methanol.
Oh, guys doing meth back in the day, huh? I'm sure you saw all sorts of things. I could call an expert in if you like. I know a couple.
On what?
Meth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you
We should hook them up.
We should hook them up.
They would be so happy together.
Yeah. Well, for a while. For a while. Till
And
the
then when
money
they
runs out.
croak, my
Yeah.
piece of bung of the land will be restored.
Yeah.
10 minutes, 46 seconds.
I know. I always think of that. 10 minutes, 46 seconds. I'm like, what could we do in 10 minutes and 46 seconds? I know what Rebel could do. Yeah.
Again.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Never in the gutter. It's always on the curb waiting for
That
a
would
ride.
never take me 10 minutes. Let's be realistic.
Hey-o.
There's a reason the men get mad and burn my shit when I leave, okay?
Yow.
Wow. Okay.
Alrighty
They may have started with sanity. They did not leave with it.
Gotcha.
She keeps all the sanity to herself.
I do. I need it. I need all the help I can get. My God.
Like a sanity clause.
Yeah.
Sanity clause. I get.
Sanity.
I see what you did there. I
love
see
it.
what you
Yes.
did
That's a
there.
little dad joke.
Should
Yep.
we have it
Yep.
sewn on your elf costume this
Yes. Yes. We'll make him a hat.
I'm Sanity Claus. Sit on my lap and tell me what you want for Christmas.
Bigger, much bigger.
Wow.
I don't know if you can fit the boots.
Of
Dear
what?
God.
Sanity clause?
No, the
The elf.
outfit.
No, probably not.
Okay.
We'll get new ones.
We'll get new ones when we go shopping.
I guess I'm gonna be an Ewok.
Waka, waka, waka.
Waka waka.
Just learn to say yub yub
Yeah.
yub yub.
All right.
He does that after rum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa. Do a lot. What? Do a lot of
All
things
right.
after rum.
So
Yeah, that happens. Oh, hark!
Yeah.
can't believe the time passed so quick. Actually, it didn't. We're 25 minutes past where we normally go, but that's okay. Some of them are entertaining and they go that long, and
Yeah, that was fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next week to do another show. We'll probably actually record it today, though. 'Cause, well,
Yeah, you never know.
we're here.
Yeah.
Plus, I do want to. I got something planned for you.
Good. I'm excited.
So,
I love when something's planned for me.
so we'll be back in just a little bit, and
Huh?
for you guys, it'll be next week. Thanks for joining us. Another great show. Always a lot of fun. Meanwhile, don't forget again, it is Memorial Day weekend. You're hearing this, it's Sunday night, so tomorrow's actually Memorial Day. Make it count. Do what you're supposed to do. Enjoy family. Remember those that made it all possible. Have yourselves a good time. And until we meet again, as I say it every single week, and I really mean it this week, be good to each other. We'll see you again real soon.